The story started from the small empty space in a large apartment complex. An abandoned white puppy shivering there changed one man's life and led to the development of the supplement for animals, which revolutionized the conventional wisdom of veterinarians. To all people who hope for the health of their beloved dogs and cats, please never fail to watch this video to the end.
This is not medicine, but it gets your body into shape.
As I often suffered from a stomachache, my mother gave me some small pills. When I took them, I usually got better. That's why supplements are items that are very familiar to me, and it might be natural that I ended up getting a job in researching, planning, and selling supplements for humans. My family lived in a large apartment complex in Shofu City, Tokyo. One day, my younger sister came home from high school, holding a small white puppy. She said she couldn't leave the abandoned crying puppy alone. She begged our parents to keep it, but they said it was impossible in a housing complex. She went outside, cradling the puppy, crying her eyes out. She was going round our neighbors, one by one, asking if they could take the puppy in.
I'll definitely take care of it.
My parents gave in to her pleading, and we decided to keep it. It was a typical-looking but gentle-eyed puppy. For the simple reason that it came to my house in Showa 60, we named it Roku. It sounds like a boy's name, but Roku is actually a girl. We started taking care of her, but my sister was busy with school and club. I was into the supplement business, which was getting interesting. In the end, it was our mother who took care of Roku. I was having fun, coming up with new product plans for the business, maintaining good health, recovering from fatigue, beauty care, dieting, disease prevention. Thanks to the wide variety of needs in the world, it was quite interesting and gratifying for me to be hands-on with ingredients to achieve the desired effect. As the supplement industry was booming, I moved unbelievably huge amounts of money in the business. I had a strong fighting instinct, trying to survive the sales competition. Every night, drinking with clients in the name of entertainment. I began to wonder if this was what I really wanted to do. With this question in mind, I came home drunk, went straight to bed, and woke up. Her? I saw a black nose. It was Roku.
She was sleeping beside you all night. Well, Roku has always had a soft spot for you,
said my mother, being amazed at her. Though I didn't know why, Roku absolutely adored me. But, over time, Roku got old. As she suddenly lost energy, I took her to the animal hospital. She was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer. Since my mother had taken care of Roku, it was painful for her. She tried everything that might be good for Roku. But whether it was surgery, anti-cancer drugs, or radiation therapy, there were limits to any treatment, and the cancer spread throughout her body. Even I brought a spoon of food to her mouth. She did not have enough strength left to eat it. My mother gave her own supplements to Roku.
If I'd given supplements to Roku earlier, she might have recovered.
My mother murmured. Indeed, if there had been supplements for animals, and their effectiveness had been proven, veterinarians would certainly have used them. After nodding her head on my mother's knees, Roku breathed her last. Seeing my mother's sorrow, I vowed that one day I would work for veterinary medical stuff. I seldom get stage fright during sales activities, but I feel my heart beating fast now. Will she accept my idea? I found the courage to tell my wife that I wanted to start a business. She had said,
You have always said that you want to make supplements for animals. So you mean to start from today? Okay, I will support you,
she said with a smile. Thus, I entered into a field that no one had ever tried and established a supplement development company specializing in animals named Scarecrow Incorporated. The company name Scarecrow represents my determination, devoting myself to work on this one thing, never wavering from it. Using all the knowledge I gained in my previous work, I created various samples. For animals that could not speak, I placed the most importance on safety. So, I added an active substance that I had already noticed, that is, French maritime pine bark extract called pycnogenol. I looked for dog owners who were willing to try the sample and had them use it. The results were better than I expected. I became convinced of the success, so I decided to commercialize it. I posted many experiences reported to me on my blog. With my wife's help, I wrote about 5,000 pages of content for several websites and traveled across Japan, asking veterinarians to try the supplement. However, no veterinarian would use it. In fact, Some I visited threw water at me, and others wouldn't listen to me for the absurd reason that they had never heard of my business. I went all around, so desperate to make a sale that I wore out my shoes every week, but no veterinarian would even listen to me. The reimbursement of startup funds costs increased month after month, causing both my business and household to suffer financially, which only worsened. Due to acute stress, suffering severe abdominal pains, and completely unable to walk, I was rushed to hospital. I lost my hair too. Facing an extremely dire situation, I went crazy. I went out drinking though I had no money, passed out drunk, and then opened my eyes a little to find the black nose of Rocco. Why did Rocco care so much about a person like me? One night, I received an email. It was from an owner who wanted to help their beloved dog.
The dog was suddenly unable to get up due to senility and dehydration. She seemed to suffer from anemia and liver problems, but the veterinarian says they don't know exactly why. Her weight went from 24 kg to 7.2 kg. The veterinarian says that she's so weak that her life is in danger. She is a designer dog named Hannah.
The owner must be in dire straits. I replied to the email to explain how Hannah might be helped. The owner contacted me right away. We exchanged emails late into the night, discussing what we could do. I then sent the supplements. Then, I received an email saying that her eyes, which had been hard to open due to eye mucus, were wide open, and her heart sounds were good enough to surprise the veterinarian. I continued to correspond with the owner after that as well, and Hannah lived out the season.
Since she was old, she finally died, but she could spend happy days.
I received this message with a photo. Roku, that a person like me could make myself useful. If my supplement could be of some help to Hannah, it should be of some help to others. Yes, I can do more for the animals and their owners before a heath condition worsens. In order to make the supplement useful in an earlier stage, I will ask veterinarians to use them. So, I made unannounced visits to animal hospitals with data from clinical research I had gathered, when a veterinarian who had been in practice in Ibisu for a long time said,
"Well, how can we trust such data from unknown veterinarians in private practice? You should at least show me data from a reputable veterinarian, for example, a veterinary college professor."
A veterinary college professor, I hit the wall of social authority. There was no choice but to climb over it. I was neither a veterinarian nor a college major in veterinary medicine. I explored opportunities with the help of mere connections. Then, as if the gods had granted my wish, I had the opportunity to present at a major academic conference with Dr. Fujita, who was well known by everyone in the industry. The annual conference of the Japanese Society of Clinical Veterinary Medicine. I'm sure I'll be able to move forward. One day, when I was feeling at ease, I got a phone call from my wife on the road. She said that I'd received an email telling me something important. To my surprise, the email said I'd be disqualified from the conference unless I submitted an abstract by tomorrow. The moment I heard that, my stomach dropped. An abstract? By tomorrow? No way. With Dr. Fujita, if I lost this opportunity, I would have no future. I've never written such a thing, but information on all the animals in the cases is already in my head. I stayed up all night writing the abstract, and I could present at my first conference without trouble. When I took a copy of the abstract to the veterinarian in Ibisu,
Yes, this is it.
said he. This led to the product becoming well known, and it came to be used at more than 2,000 animal hospitals in Japan as a supplement to support medical treatment. Moreover, I continued to present the research and development in overseas conferences, which led to unexpected connections and the development of a network sharing research data among animal hospitals in 22 countries worldwide. Despite the culture and language barriers, love for animals is the same worldwide. Perceptions of pets changed over the years, and Japanese made supplement products for dogs or cats, which were almost non-existent when I started my business, are launched as countless new products every year and vanish before we know it. Such is the age we live in. That's why all vendors are desperate to sell their products. It might be hard also for those who are visited by these vendors. If being visited by salespeople almost every day, anyone would be surely bored to death. So, it would be inevitable. I can understand it, but
I won't be buying from you. Well, I'll buy it this time, but next time? I doubt your company will still be around.
How selfish to judge my product without even checking the data or trying it. No matter the reason given, that attitude makes me angry. Especially that guy, I wouldn't sell to him no matter what. As that childish thought crossed my mind, I was on a plane to Portugal for an academic conference. In the academic conferences held in Europe, there were many young female veterinarians, which is different from Japan. I was manning my conference booth when,
Are you Japanese?
asked some man. When I turned toward the voice, a round and placid face like Jizo came in sight.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Hiroshi Koe.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Hiroshi Okawa. Both of us named Hiroshi by chance. Both born in 1964, the year of the Tokyo Olympic Games, and both raised in Tokyo as well. And I didn't know why, but in a venue with so many blonde female veterinarians, we also happened to have the same hairstyle. It was a happy encounter that was a little too good to be true. This person with a smile was actually no ordinary person, but a veterinary college professor. And fortunately, his specialty was cardiovascular internal medicine for small animals. He said that he had devoted himself to research on how animals could live longer. This was a really amazing encounter that happened at a place far away from Japan. His gentle smile is like Jizo melted my meaninglessly perverse mood and sparked a certain objective which I had always wanted to achieve in my mind. Professor Koi, actually, I have a plan. Could you help me? Thus, Scarecrow Incorporated acquired a patent for a world's first cardiac biomarker, lowering/prophylactic and therapeutic agent for dogs. The inventors are
Yes.
Professor Hiroshi Koi, who looks like Jizo and me, Hiroshi Okawa. It is what I have long dreamed of to help animals and their owners before they fall into an irreversible condition. One of my dreams has come true. Around half of small dogs aged 6 or over develop heart trouble. Even if the signs are noticed, animal hospitals usually wait to see if symptoms clearly develop without doing anything. But if the disease progresses and medication starts, the survival rate 6 months after that is statistically 50%. For the owners, it almost means that they are told to accept a sad final farewell. But not from now on. We can do something before it's too late. We can now help pets maintain their health on a daily basis. Because this invention is a nutritional supplement with the function of a cardiac drug that anyone can give their pet without needing to worry about side effects. I cannot ask in words why Roku cared for me so much, but I have already had the answer. It is this business. Each time I hear about pets regaining their health, as well as the stories of their families, I feel really happy to have continued working on it. At the same time, I cannot help but recall all the kindness that I have received. My business was born from my mother, from Roku, from my wife, who has been there for me in spite of all the hardships I caused her, and from all the people who gave me a chance to overcome the difficulties. In order to return to the world the favor that I was blessed with, Scarecrow Incorporated currently uses a portion of our profits to support animal protection facilities, both domestically and overseas. Thank you very much for watching this far. We will continue research and development in the future as well, and through truly effective supplements. We will fully support pet owners who really hope for good health. If you worry about the conditions of your dogs or cats, consultation services from Scarecrow Animal Hospital are available for free. You can consult a veterinarian and a veterinary technician directly, and you can find a gentle way that is suitable for your pet without medicines or side effects. We hope that the days spent with your beloved pet will last as long as possible.